So to celebrate the International Year of Ecotourism, I'm pleased to invite His Excellency Dr. Htay Aung, Union Minister of Hotel and Tourism of Myanmar, to deliver his remark and congratulate the International Year of Ecotourism. His Excellency Dr. Htay Aung received a Master of Art in Education and Human Development from George Washington University, United States of America in 1991, and Doctor of Philosophy in Social Science from Myanmar Luang University in Thailand in 2006. From 1992 to 1911, he served as the Myanmar Hotel and Tourism Service and the Directorate of Hotel and Tourism. He was appointed as the Director General of the Directorate of Hotel and Tourism and served from 2004 to 2011. Throughout his tourism professional career, he had been working as the Director of Tourism Regulation Department, General Manager of Myanmar Travel and Tour, Managing Director of Myanmar Hotel and Tourism Service, Director General of Directorate of Hotel and Tourism, Deputy Minister, and currently as the Union Minister for Hotel and Tourism of Myanmar. So please, His Excellency Dr. Htay Aung, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good morning, Excellencies, Mr. Masaru Takayama, host of this APES 2022, AEN Chairperson and AEN Board, and all participating distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to convey my warmest greetings and best wishes for the 2022, and I'm very much honored for the invitation to participate at this auspicious event and the opportunity to share the updates of ecotourism development in Myanmar. As everyone is aware of the challenging moments we all are experiencing in the tourism industry worldwide and in Myanmar since early 2020. Basically, the unprecedented pandemic COVID-19, followed by widespread economic and social impacts, lockdowns, closures of borders and airports, and travel restrictions have heavily affected all our tourist destinations and activities, especially all our hospitality and tourism businesses and the local communities. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to share with you our tourism policy and how we have developed ecotourism and the way forward. Two of the speakers from Myanmar will walk you through into our documentation of ecotourism development and bring out the models that we have developed over the past years, in addition to the guidelines to recover and open up tourism to our local travels, regional and international tourism in the new normal tourism of 21-22. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ministry of Hotels and Tourism has always placed tourism in the government's agenda with an objective to achieve sustainable and balanced development. We have in place since 2011, when the country opened up tourism with a paradigm shift, the guiding principles embedded in the Myanmar Tourism Master Plan 2013 from 2020, Responsible Tourism Policy in 2012, Policy on Community Involvement in Tourism in 2013, and Ecotourism Policy and Management Strategies for Protected Areas from 2015 to 2025 for the implementation of sustainable tourism development, maximizing its socio-economic benefits and minimizing its environmental impacts to achieve the net zero goal. While looking into the vision of responsible tourism policy, saying we intend to use tourism to make Myanmar a better place to live in, to provide more employment and greater business opportunities for all of our people, to contribute to the conservation of our natural and cultural heritage, and to share with us our rich cultural diversity. We warmly welcome those who appreciate and enjoy our heritage, our way of life, and who travel with respect. In this sense, you all can understand that how much we are motivated and interested in developing ecotourism with great care. Ministry of Hotel and Tourism is the focal point for the public-private people partnership in developing responsible and sustainable tourism in Myanmar, and in response to the uncertainties of the current pandemic situation and align with the government's policies. We have the Myanmar Tourism Strategic Recovery Roadmap from 2021 to 2025, which the UNWTO has endorsed and approved by the government. This roadmap incorporates a one-year detailed action plan to mitigate and to respond to the impacts of the pandemic that has adversely affected Myanmar's tourism sector. A series of 18 strategies and 93 specific actions for achieving immediate, medium, and long-term goals for the revival of the sustainable and inclusive tourism in the post-pandemic have been identified in the roadmap, and currently we are exploring avenues to rebuild and recover our resilience. Working on the scenario tourism planning and implementing, while we are aware of the lessons learned from the neighboring countries in the pursuance to open up to tourism. The new variants of the virus are as alarming as the COVID-19 of early 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, our tourism industry in Myanmar has been severely affected by this pandemic, and it will take time to recover to reach to the pre-COVID levels. Tourism and related services in Myanmar have been booming since 2011 and received 4.36 million arrivals, with the tourism receipt of $2.8 billion in 2019. When the pandemic was declared by WHO, all the destinations reduced travel restrictions, and Myanmar recorded only 0.9 million visitors arrival in 2020, with 79% decrease compared to the previous year. Likewise, the number of arrivals to Myanmar from January to October 2021 was only 0.1 million, and with 87% decline compared to the same period of the 2019. However, we are optimistic as every crisis presents opportunities. In my opinion, nothing can prevent the emotion of traveling and seeking new experiences. Thus, once the pandemic is under control, tourism could be the tool to accelerate the national or regional economy. The global reset in response to COVID-19 offers an opportunity for Myanmar to rethink its tourism model to make it more resilient and more sustainable in terms of socio-economy and environment. To achieve these goals, we will require innovative tourist destination management in complement to the policy guidelines which are already set out by the ministry. At present and in the future, tourists will likely to choose less crowded and nature-based destinations rather than popular destinations. This is a chance for Myanmar to position ecotourism destination as unique and genuine destinations for nature lovers. I would like to quote the Secretary General of UNWTO, Mr. Zurab Polo-Lechkaville. He said, the pandemic and its impact on tourism, jobs, and revenues offers an unprecedented reminder of the need to rebalance our relationship with people, planet, and prosperity. The green transformation of the sector is needed not just for the planet, but also for tourism itself, boosting competitiveness and increasing resilience. I strongly support his remark since promoting ecotourism is one of the best ways to promote the green economy of the nation. Environment has an intrinsic value which outweighs its value as a tourism asset. Successful ecotourism requires maximizing its environment and economic benefits while minimizing ecological damage and disruption of local communities. It is noted that the relationship between the environment and development remains unbalanced, especially in developing countries due to the lack of cooperation between and among all relevant stakeholders groups. Therefore, effective collaboration between the relevant stakeholders is crucial. Ladies and gentlemen, Myanmar is characterized by diverse ecotourism, rich biodiversity, and a wealth of ethnic lifestyles and cultures. It is our responsibility to hand over these gifts from nature and the invaluable heritage of our ancestors to our future generations. Protected areas are established to conserve these gifts, including snow-capped mountain, wetlands, distant forest types, seascapes, coral reefs, and their constituent biodiversity. The current trend of Myanmar tourism sector presents special opportunities to promote ecotourism that focus upon our protected areas with their rare wildlife, beautiful land and seascapes, and diverse ethnic lifestyles and cultures. As we progressively open these special areas for ecotourism activity, it is the most important to safeguard and protect the unique and valuable assets. As we do so, all of us must share responsibilities. We must work together to raise environmental and cultural awareness and respect to minimize negative impacts, to deliver direct financial benefits for conservation and livelihood development, to empower local people, and to consistently strengthen and improve management systems that sustain these areas. There are 19 protected areas and 22 elephant camps in Myanmar, which are designated as ecotourism sites, and Myanmar aims to promote ecotourism as a driving force to strengthen the management of Myanmar's expanding protected area than walk. Our aim is to engage all stakeholders to implement ecotourism policies, business models, and management approaches that protect the unique ecotourism of our country and celebrate indigenous groups that have made these special areas their home. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier, the ministry adopted series of policy documents for the systematic and sustainable development of Myanmar tourism industry. All of these policies rooted the vision on developing tourism in sustainable and responsible manner while contributing the socio-economic development of local communities and minimizing the negative impacts and maximizing the positive impacts of tourism. Meanwhile, we are conducting series of capacity building workshops with the participation of all tourism stakeholders and tourism related ministries, highlighting on tourism policies and prominent trends of tourism. The ecotourism policy and management strategy for protected areas formulated in 2015 is a living document and provides an underlying framework to guide the future development and action plans for ecotourism in Myanmar. We will move forward in line with the guiding principles and policies set out in the ecotourism policy and management strategy. And I'm also proud to have those concrete and reliable documents for the sustainable development of Myanmar tourism industry. Ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I would like to thank Mr. Masru Sang personally and on behalf of the government of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar for the excellent arrangements of this important summit. I hope to get positive takeaways for the reopening of sustainable and responsible ecotourism travel and tourism from today's and tomorrow's agenda. May all of you be blessed with good health and well-being. Thank you so much.
Thank you, His Excellency Dr. Htay Aung, for making your valuable time to participate with us and your strong support in ecotourism development.